Hello guys, it's Apocalypse6 recording another video against a random opponent this time, and we have a turn 1 Chalice, so we're not getting this. Okay, that's a bit unusual. Let's just jam Chalice, see if it resolves. Oh, okay. Alright, I was a little concerned this would not be a competitive deck. So we have the option to Punishing Fire the bird. We can play Bob. We can green some of our Deathrite, which is kind of not great. We can play Sylvan Library. I think I prefer Sylvan Library over Bob because we want to find a land pretty bad, and Library digs deeper, but letting our opponent attack with 4-ish mana is probably pretty bad for us. So let's just kill the bird. Interesting. I don't think I've seen this card played all that much in these decks because they usually play like Baleful Strix or something like that instead. Okay, well now we have sufficient mana to cast Night Reliquary. We might still just want to kill this anyway to deny our opponent mana. They didn't do anything with 3 mana last turn or anything like super broken. So let's just do that. I'd strongly prefer to have resolved a Library or a Dark Confidant before this, but it seems like we're in a good spot right now. Our opponent showed us that they had a bird as one of their 4 cards, and they didn't do anything here, which is great for us. So, my intuition is they're kind of flooded out. They have 4 mana. They're not doing anything with it. They have a mana engine that they're not doing anything with. So I'm gonna go ahead and resolve both of my card advantage / selection tools in Bob and Library. Yeah, now usually these decks are less susceptible to Chalice the Void because they tend to be bug decks. They tend to play Miss Hollow Griffin and the like. So unless I see, I might consider boarding some out. It doesn't seem that this is a typical list though. Okay, that's like a large amount of cantripping people. So the way that we would cyborg against it, I guess obviously Rex Sage comes in, maybe Pyroclasm. I'm gonna need to read Food Chain again to see if Revoker is worth playing. Opponent's just comboing off over here. There's a colon there, yeah, it's an activated ability. We could revoke it. Choke is probably good enough. Valley's probably not. So like Rexage, Revokers, Choke, that's 4 cards for maybe just the Chalices. Like I can let him have birds. Oh, okay. It's not great for us. We can go to 10, mill a bunch of cards, hopefully not mill out Karakas, is one thing we can do. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. And let's destroy a blue source just in case. We probably lost this game, but no reason not to stay and get some more information. Uh-huh. Well, that makes me want to keep in my chalices. Yeah, fire causes are probably not good here, just because there's like a ton of 0/4s. Emrakul, huh? Okay, well let's concede in that case. Great, this comes in because we want to naturalize things. These come in because they stop the combo. This can come in because it's double Stone Rain sometimes. We decided we do want these guys because there are 1-drops in the deck. I didn't see like a Forcible or anything, so Gaddock Teeg is probably not good enough. We can cut a Loam because the card advantage doesn't matter as much. Same with Bob. Same with, like, Scooz is just a beater here, and this is a combo deck of sorts. I kind of want to put in swords, but it's probably not necessary or good. Yeah, we trimmed a little card advantage. Put in a little bit of let's not die to combo things. I'm gonna keep this because we can go Grove into Deathrite. Wasteland, his non-basic. Make 2 mana. Library. If he plays a basic, we're not super happy. The tournament play is interesting. Great for us. Let's establish Sylvan Library. I also expect my opponent doesn't have much of a fair game plan, unlike normal variants of that deck. So we can feel free to be aggressive with paying life here. If we want any of these cards. And we do. Don't want to pay life for Zenith, but I would pay life for Rexage. Then let's Chalice on one, attack him for one. I could have alternately taken the Green Sun and then Green Sun for Dryad Arbor to just have an extra mana source, but seeing 2 new cards next turn probably means that I'll get to make a land drop. Huh. Well, our opponent's helping us out with the Misty. I want to play Knight this turn. Which leaves us with, like, Green Sun isn't super great, because we can't really use it in anytime soon, and it's probably just going to represent more Knights. We get to get Tranquil Thicket. Yeah, I'll take a Tranquil Thicket. 1, 2, no, yes. So this deck kind of tends to have problems with, like, random nonsense. Like, I tend to just, like, have a better matchup against the deck after grinding it for, like, a day or so. Just, like, playing the matchup over and over again, learning what it is that we need to do. Like, more roguish decks. Obviously, we have the opposite of that kind of advantage. So they can, like, easily steal games where I'm, like, not 100% sure on what kind of strategy I should be using against this sort of deck. We don't want any of these cards now. What is our opponent doing? I mean, I guess losing a blue source is what they're doing. There's not a ton of blue cards. It might just be for, like, Brainstorm or that 1 3-mana 1/1 that cantrips. What are the chances of, like, he could play a 3rd land, play what's the card name? Oh, I should remember this card. And then just sort of go off. He has 6 mana. Food Chain. Food Chain is the name of the card. So I think I'll just proactively play this Phyrexian Revoker. Let's attack first, see if he trumps. He probably won't, but if he does, that probably tells me that he doesn't have it. Food chain. Okay. My opponent can't beat a Revoker. Yeah, there isn't anything I would want. Maybe like a Scavenging Ooze because it's another beater, but it's that's not particularly good. Just because, like, I mean, maybe there's like some fair game to be had on his end by playing a bunch of O4s. And knights are really the only things that punch through that. I guess like Punishing Fire plus any of my other dudes do as well. So there's that. This is a turn 1 knight. And a fast Marilage. So I'm not going to mulligan. I don't think my opponent has removal. I mean, we chaliced, so maybe he had it. It was stuck in his hand. Because like a source of plowshares would be pretty bad for us right now. Okay, our opponent has a basic that maybe we want to throw away Wasteland. I want to keep Plateau because that's the fetchable. We could throw away Stirring Wildwood, Windswept Heath, but I think I'd rather throw away Wasteland, Windswept Heath, or Wasteland Plateau rather, and then crack Windswept Heath. Just because this is another pseudo creature, and we're putting all our eggs into one removable basket when playing this knight. Like, we're probably not winning the game where he untaps Sorcery Pleasure. This guy like does something good, but this gives us a higher chance of doing so. Mm-hmm. It's not great for us. On the other hand, we can. Karakas might be really good against his deck. He has to sacrifice a lot of stuff. I mean, it all cantrips, but it still goes away and is replaced often by lands. Like in decks that draw a ton of cards, it's pretty easy to just flood out. If everything your deck does is like just a cantrip mostly. Okay, well I'm expecting to get Emerald here. Mm-hmm. What we're seeing right now from our opponent is actually kind of decent, like in terms of being a good playable deck. I really wonder how consistent it can be at having Fuchin and Glimpse, though. And this card is super suspect. Okay, well, our opponent is dead. They maybe misclicked. Or maybe they just drew a bunch of lands and that's what's never happened with them before. Right, I mean, we should go for the thing. Yeah, I mean, I can't tell if my opponent misclicked or they're upset about not drawing the correct cards. Yeah, okay. Most likely. I don't know if this content is worth watching.